Hello everyone, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to another episode of Learn Canva with Lavanya. So what I see, a lot of us are digital coaches and digital influencers nowadays. And we guys are creating many well-written posts and designing some great graphic designs as well. But one thing that really hurts me when I see, especially the Instagram accounts of people, is that they post something and then it doesn't actually fit in the box that's given, as in the dimension of the post is not right, which means either the top or the bottom is actually chopped off by Instagram, and the viewer actually cannot get the entire message. So if you look at your phone and go to Instagram, then there are two dimensions that Instagram supports. So one is of the post, the actual post, okay? So the post that I'm showing you right now, this is of a square size, and the pixel resolution is 1080 by 1080. But at the same time, if you go to any one of the stories, let's say for example, okay, the story actually fits into the entire screen, which means obviously that's not a square. And most of the people, what I see is they create a post which is long format, and then they try to post it in Instagram as a feed, which means the top or the bottom half of it gets chopped off. So today I really want to show you what exactly are the dimensions and how you can enhance it by putting it into Canva. So let's dive right in. Okay, so what you can see here is actually my Instagram account, and you can see that the posts here are all squares, right? All the posts here are squares. Now, if I go to any one of the stories, for example, they are long format, okay? Now, what I also find is we obviously get a lot of feedbacks from our clients or customers when they feel happy about our products or services. Now, when we try to post that directly taking a screenshot, let's say from a WhatsApp screen, then obviously it's going to be in a long format. And when you post it in Instagram, it's not going to come completely. So it's going to chop off either the head or the tail of the entire WhatsApp message. So this is what you can do. Let me go into Canva, and here for the beginners, let me tell you how you can look for a format. So you can type in the search bar, you can type in Instagram post, which means it is the square one that I'm talking about, which you can upload it as a feed. So if you just type in Instagram, it will give you all the options available, okay? So here you have an Instagram post, which is 1080 by 1080, which means it is a square. And you have Instagram story, which is 1080 by 1920 pixels, which means it is a long one, like your WhatsApp status. So let's say we want to create an Instagram post today, and I had received a feedback from one of my friends, and let's say I want to make a post out of it. Instead of putting it directly into Instagram, I want to beautify it a little bit, and then I want to post it into Instagram. So what do I do? Here's what I do. So I go to a blank canvas, which means I've taken an Instagram feed format, and now I first upload my picture that I want. Okay, so if you go to my uploads here, if you go to the upload button, which is on my left hand side black color bar, there you can click on upload an image or video, and you can directly select the image wherever you have saved it on your desktop, or even from your phone you can do the same. Okay, so here I have already saved it, which means it has come in my gallery. So these are two pictures. This is one and this is two. Okay, so the friend I'm talking about, she's a stock market specialist, she's a technical analyst, and her name is Sujata Pal. And these are the messages that she sent to me on 2 days. And this is what I wanted to post. Now, obviously, in between the 2 dates, the date was here. If you see, it's 28th of August, and this was another day. I would have had a number of message exchanges in between the two as well. And obviously, I don't want to put all of those in between. So the first thing I want to do is, if I have not cropped it earlier, I want to crop the picture to exactly how much I want it to be seen in my final post. Okay. So if you see here, let me delete this first and let me enlarge this and show it to you. So here, I don't want this excess part on my right side. Okay. So this I'm going to chop it off, and probably a little bit on the left side as well. Okay. So now on either sides, it looks a bit even. Some of you guys also don't want to show your client or consumer names, customer names, and you actually go ahead and use your pencil or the pen feature on your mobile and do the scratching, which looks really unprofessional. But how you can do it is, if you want to mask the name here, just go into elements and go into shapes. Okay, go into shapes, and you can select any one of the shapes here. You can drag it to how much ever you want, and you can cover the name, and you can change the color also. If you don't want to show it in a separate color, you can change the color also, so it's not visible at all. Okay, so this is how you can professionally give a professional touch to whatever you do, instead of scratching it like a kid. Okay, and all this is because we are trying to portray ourselves as digital influencers, and all of these really matter. Okay, now for me, I want to keep her name on the post, and so I'm leaving it the same way. And here I want to bring in the other picture as well, which had the second message. Okay, this is the second message, and I want to chop it off from either sides a little bit, a tiny little bit. Okay, now I want to make both of these the same width, so I'm just dragging and positioning it in the right way. Obviously, the one on top has her name, so from the bottom one, I'm chopping off her name as well. Okay, now this is kind of two pictures. Okay, two pictures. I don't really want to merge it, but I want to tilt it a tiny bit, so I can give it a slant feeling. Okay, so what I do is I go ahead and tilt it from the button that I got here. So this is to tilt the image, and if you see, it's showing me the degree of the tilt as well. So I'm keeping it at, let's say, 20 degrees for now. Okay, let's see how it works out. I'm keeping it at 20 degrees. Now this also I want to tilt at 20 degrees. So this I'm going ahead and tilting, and I can see exactly the angle at which I want to keep it. I want to keep it exactly the same as the previous one. Okay, so I'm coming here and I'm aligning it here. I don't mind the first heart getting chopped off a little bit. I want to keep it a little uneven. That's how I like it, so it's okay. Right. If you want to place it in the same width and same length, you can do it like this also. Okay, but this is how I'd like to put it. Okay, now this is what we have done with the message that we've got. Okay, now we've got many more things to play around, and I can add many more elements as well. So first thing I can do is I can add a background to it. So I click on the background and I click on this little tiny box here which says, which is giving me so many colors. And here I've already spoken to you about my photo colors in my previous video, and if you have not checked it out already, please do go ahead and check it out. I'm going to leave a link here and you can click on the card and check it out. Okay, so now I'm trying to use the yellow that's here, which is one of my photo colors. Let me see how it looks. Okay, that looks a little pale for what I'm looking at. I don't think I want to keep it a purple. Let me take this yellow and make it a little more brighter. Okay, I want a little brighter color. Okay, now if you have a brand color, okay, then I would suggest you go ahead and choose your brand colors for most or all of your posts, which means you're trying to keep it uniform across your social media posts, which is going to be very, very powerful as well. And if you don't have a brand color, then you can start choosing one as well. You can think of choosing one as well. Oh, and now I want to add some elements. Okay, now in the elements you can key in whatever you want. Let me say you want to thank her, saying thank you. Okay, and then I just type in thank you, and then you get a whole lot of options which says thank you, and you can pick and choose from whichever you want. Let me put this, and it looks nice and bright on my yellow. Okay, let me put this, and let me also put like a champagne glass. These are the keywords, guys. You can actually go and start keying in your words that you're looking for and try and look for elements, and you're going to find a whole lot of elements. Okay, so let me say I want to put this here. Obviously it's not a celebration, but then I just want to show you what are the different options available. Okay, now placing the elements is again another trick. Some of us, what we do is we place this element instead of placing it here. If I place it here, then obviously it doesn't make any sense, because I want to show that the celebration starts off from here. Okay, this is the champagne that I'm opening, and here is the message, and then I'm saying thank you. Okay, so you need to mentally prepare a format, a layout which you're going to use, and logically how the end viewer is going to view your post. This is going to add a lot of value to your post. Okay, so let's say I want to do this. Okay, I want to post this and it perfectly fits in. I don't think I need to add any other elements. I can go ahead and choose anything. If I want to choose a thank you sticker, let's say, for example. Now what do I mean by a sticker? What we did till now, as in what you can see here on my canvas, is a couple of pictures here and two thank you and the champagne images that I have selected from the elements. But this when I download, I can download it as a GIF, as a PNG or as a JPG, which means it's going to be a static picture. But let's say I want to make it into an animation or like a GIF. Okay, for that I can choose anything like a sticker here. Okay, in the elements you can go and look for stickers, and you can find whole bunch of them which are really cool. Okay, you can actually select anything from the word stickers here. Okay, you can say there are a whole lot of things. You can choose things like this which say cool, and you can place it somewhere here. If you're feeling there is a lot of white space here, you can choose it and put it there. Or you can do another thing. Let me show you. If you just key in liquid sticker, okay, you're going to find a lot of these ones which are all free. Now whatever the features I'm showing you now are all free features that even if you don't have a pro account, you can still go ahead and access all of these. So go ahead and choose any one of these if you want to. Okay, if you want to overlay this on top of your image, you can do that. Let's say I want this heart. Okay, can you see this heart? When I download, this heart is going to play there like a GIF. Okay, so you can do this if it's not distorting your image behind. If it is disturbing the viewer and they are not able to read what's behind, then probably I wouldn't suggest it putting as an overlay on top of the image. You can instead choose to keep it here like a thank you, and on top of the thank you can keep that blob if you really like that. That looks pretty cool actually. I'd want to leave it there. So now let me tell you what the downloading options are. Since we have this sticker here, which is moving, which means I can download it as a GIF. And it's showing me here that it is 6 seconds long. Now, for a pro user, remember it is this, the picture that I'm going to tell you right now is only for a pro user and not a free user. You can also animate your creative, which means every element here is going to be animated like an entry animation. Let's say I put a pan here, and as soon as I select it, you can see how each of the elements are going to pan from the left side to the right side. Can you see that? Yeah. Now let me say stomp. So it's going to stomp, right? Let me say neon, and it's going to flash there. So if you're going to create a GIF, these are all the options that you can do to animate your stuff. But this is only available for a pro user, and you always have a 30-day trial for a pro user. I will leave the link below on my description box if you want to take it. You're always welcome to take a 30-day trial. I think I'm happy with what this looks like now. I obviously have Sujata Pal's name there, which is what I wanted to be staying there. And I have a little thank you and my heart and the champagne thing with my yellow background that I wanted. Okay, now I go ahead and download it. As when I download it, it asks me for two options. It is either an MP4 or a GIF. These are the two video download options that I have. If you want to download it as a PNG or a JPEG image, then that's going to be a static image, and the sticker of the heart that we've placed here would not come in. You can also download it as a PDF, but that's not required at the moment. So what I'm doing is I'm downloading this as a GIF. The difference between a GIF and an MP4, I'm going to tell you in the next video. And let me download it here, and let me also play it and show it to you how it looks. So it's just downloaded it, and let me pick that up for you. So this is how it looks. Finally, when I post it, this is how it's going to look. Okay, isn't that cool? Now, when I post it, I'm not going to do it from my PC. I'm going to do it from my phone. But when I post it, you will see that it fits in exactly into the square. So here's the tip, guys. If you create a 1080 by 1080 pixel, which is a perfect square, you can post it not just as an Instagram feed. You can also post it as an Instagram story. You can post it as a Facebook story. You can post it as a WhatsApp story, and you can also post it as a Facebook feed. However, the vice versa does not work. So I hope you've got the tip for which dimension to choose for which platform. And now you can go ahead and create really powerful posts, and do share it with me as well. Do tag me whenever you create something so I know what you are doing as well. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and share, subscribe, because I learned this the hard way. I had a lot of my posts chopping off and I did not know what to do, and I learned it the hard way. I don't want all of you to go through the entire exercise once again before you lose many of your posts. This is a tip, I hope, which helps all of you and the budding entrepreneurs and digital influencers. So if you like this video and like the tip, go ahead, give it a like, give it a thumbs up there, leave your comment, and also share it with your loved ones so they learn from it as well. Thank you so much. Do subscribe to my channel, because I keep creating videos on tips and tricks of Canva, whatever the other tools that I'm learning and I'm using as a part of my productivity. I also make videos on corporate communications, public speaking, and storytelling. So stay tuned and have a great day. Bye-bye.